Hey Gunners, what a night. Champions League. I'm here in Spain after what was an incredible night for the Gunners. Champions League history, the Gunners made against Real Madrid. And let's just walk through that game because that was an awesome, really awesome game. Let's start with the lineup. I think everyone knew what Arsenal were going to line up as. Miles Lewis Kelly playing in that left back position. Uran Timber did an amazing job at the Emirates. He definitely had to come in. And it was a great boost to have Thomas Partey in the starting lineup. He was immense in both legs. He allowed Declan Rice to be able to do what he needed to do in that game. He allowed Declan Rice to do what he needed to do in that game. And what did he do? Absolutely boss the game. Um, Talk about Bukayo Saka. That penalty miss could have crumbled a lot of players. You see lots of players taking a penalty, missing it, and completely losing their head. But the mental strength in Bukayo Saka, absolutely incredible. And that game was a perfect exhibition of how you take a 3 goal lead to a gladiator and arena and absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. Madrid were looking for a remontada. Arsenal gave them a remontada. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I think you've got to give Mikel Arteta a lot of credit in this quarterfinals. Nothing has been won yet, and that's absolutely correct. And all the Arsenal critics will say there is nothing won yet. You're only just finishing the quarterfinals and going into the semifinals. But what's very important in that is establishing confidence, establishing momentum. When you go to Real Madrid and you do what Arsenal did to Real Madrid, it really says that you have no fear going to any other team. And if Arsenal is going to get to the final, the only other strange away place they're going to have to go is PSG, and they go to France. Arsenal have had some mixed results in France, but I think that this game against PSG would hold no fear for Arsenal, hold no fear for the Gunners at all, because I think that Arsenal have really established themselves now, especially this season, as contenders in the Champions League. That really means that they can go into any game for the rest of the season with a lot of confidence. And there's really nothing to play for right now other than the Champions League. So Arsenal would have their focus in 2 weeks at the Emirates. We're going to have to bring the same energy that we brought against Real Madrid. I know it was easy for Real Madrid because it was Real Madrid. It was a historic night, but we bring the same energy and get Arsenal over the line. What I would want going into that second leg, a bit more than the same that we've had in the knockout stages, taking a sizable lead to the next game. What that means is that it allows you to play with control, which is exactly what Arteta likes. Arteta likes to control and likes this game to go in a certain way. Let's talk about those penalties that were given to Arsenal. The first penalty was very interesting because you would think that going what we've learned in the Premiership, especially when it comes to penalty kicks, the confidence that the referee had to see the first one because no one really saw it. I was watching the game and you missed it because everything you were focusing on the ball that was happening at the other side of the game. And then they pull it back and you're thinking, oh, what's going on here? They're going to give a penalty to Real Madrid. and then you see the tackle on Merino, and you're thinking, I know Premier League referees might not give that as a penalty, especially to Arsenal. What I mean, but the referee gave it. But I think what was also very interesting was the penalty that he also gave that nobody else saw. I mean, the tackle or supposed foul between Rice and Mbappe. No one saw that. But I think this is what we are crying for VAR to be in the Premier League. And I think that the Premier League referees, VAR, could take a look at what happened at Champions League and learn from it. Send the referee to the screen. Referee went to the screen on both times, came out with a decision. Now, it doesn't really matter whether you agree with the decision or not, but the protocol that the referee followed, I think is something to be admired. I think it's something to be emulated. I think it's something that Premier League referees should be thinking about. So that game for me, there were some things that we were a little bit disappointed with. The Partey yellow card was a disappointment. You really would have wanted Partey to come into that next game and do exactly what he did. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think Mikel Arteta has built the credibility to be able to find solutions to problems, during the season. We found solutions to problems in our attack line where we literally had no forward players, and we found a way to score five goals, against Crystal Palace. So, listen, apologies. Holiday. The kids are at the background, so that's all the background noise that you can hear. But I thought I'm gonna have a reaction to that game, and I didn't want to have a quick reaction. I wanted to have a measured reaction, sleep it over, and then just reflect on what this means for Arsenal. I think it's huge for Arsenal, but like everyone says, nothing has been won. You've got to go now. You're 2 games now from getting into the Champions League final. And I think you go in there and you do the business. You cannot choke. I think these players are up for it. The big players are coming to the fore. You always want your big players to show up in big games. And we had a big player show up in big games. We had Saliba show up. Other than that mistake that he made, which can happen to the best of us, Saka showed up. He had his moment, low moment, but incredible high moment as well. And he had Declan Rice, 2 absolutely world-class free kicks to tilt the tie in Arsenal favor. So I think our big players are showing up, and I think they will continue to show up as we go into the semi-finals. What next for Arsenal now? We've got Ipswich coming over the weekend. That would be a game. Ipswich were a difficult team for us to play earlier on in the season. And you can see by their recent performances that they're not going down without a fight. So I expect that game to be a bit tough. Um, Delap would probably want to score a goal against Arsenal. And the semi final is in 2 weeks' time. So Arteta has some decisions to make. Who are the players that are the edge, close to an injury? You cannot afford to have key players injured. So for me, will I start Saka? I will give him minutes, yes. But I will also give Waneri minutes as well because you never know when we might need Waneri to come to the fore and participate in that tie. So Waneri, Trossard, they get a run out as well. I'll give Zinchenko a run out, give Tierney a run out as well. And Partey play because he's not going to play in the first leg as well. And more of the same. The league's gone. Liverpool will probably be celebrating the league title in another weekend or so. But all we can do now is focus on the Champions League and be very, very confident with that. So let me know what you guys think about what an incredible night it was at the Bernabéu. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have your say. I want you guys to join in in the comment section below. How do you think Arsenal performed? And do you think Arsenal can go now and win it all? Let me hear from you. Come on, you Gunners.